In the depths of the South China Sea, a silent struggle is brewing. Ships patrol these waters, not just for fish or trade, but for power, resources and control. And in this quiet but fierce conflict, the stakes could change the future of global stability. Welcome to the world we live in, where we dive deep into the biggest issues shaping our planet, whether it's global politics, historical events, or conflicts like this one. Our goal is to break down complex topics, helping you understand the world around us in a way that's both engaging and thought-provoking. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the world we live in. This isn't just another body of water. The South China Sea is a crucial artery of global commerce. Over 1/3 of the world's shipping passes through here, with goods worth more than $3 trillion annually. But that's not all. Underneath the surface lies something even more valuable: untapped oil and gas reserves. An estimated 11 billion barrels of oil and 190 trillion cubic feet of natural gas are locked in these waters. Whoever controls the sea controls this wealth. China has claimed almost the entire South China Sea through something called the Nine-Dash Line. This sweeping claim, based on historical maps, has sparked tension with its neighbours, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia and others, who all lay claim to parts of these resource-rich waters. In 2016, the Philippines took China to court. The Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled that China's claim had no legal basis under international law. But here's the twist. China ignored the ruling. Instead, it doubled down, increasing its military presence across the sea. To cement its control, China has turned tiny reefs into military outposts. The Spratly Islands, where this power play unfolds, have seen rapid militarization. China has built airstrips, deployed fighter jets, and stationed cruise missiles here. 20 military outposts in the Paracels, 7 in the Spratlys. This is China's way of saying, we're here to stay. But not everyone is backing down. On August 5, 2023, the conflict came dangerously close to boiling over. A Philippine ship, on a routine mission to resupply its outpost at the Second Thomas Shoal, found itself in a tense standoff with Chinese Coast Guard vessels. What happened next could have sparked a larger conflict. Chinese ships used water cannons on the Philippine vessel, escalating the confrontation. This wasn't just about stopping one ship. It was a show of force, a signal that China would use any means necessary to assert control. But this incident was more than just a clash at sea. It revealed a darker strategy. A maritime militia, China's Little Blue Men. Unofficial fishing boats acting on behalf of the Chinese military, intensifying the region's tensions. While China presses forward with its claims, the Philippines, backed by the United States, refuses to yield. The United States, with its defense treaty with the Philippines, has a vested interest in keeping these waters open and free. To challenge China's dominance, the United States regularly conducts freedom of navigation operations, sending warships through the disputed waters to demonstrate that they remain open for international use. Other countries like Japan have stepped up, selling military equipment to Vietnam and the Philippines to boost their defenses. The battle lines are drawn, and the stakes keep getting higher. So how close are we to war? Any misstep like the August water cannon incident could spark a broader conflict. The South China Sea isn't just about resources, it's a geopolitical chessboard, and each move could trigger something far more dangerous. Experts warn that the region could become a flashpoint for a limited military conflict. Unintentional escalation, deliberate provocations, or even misunderstandings could lead to clashes, drawing in global powers like the United States and China. Despite the rising tensions, there are ongoing efforts to prevent all-out war. Regional leaders and global powers are pushing for a binding code of conduct to manage these disputes. But with each side digging in deeper, diplomacy alone might not be enough. The future of the South China Sea remains uncertain. Will these waters become a battleground, or will diplomacy steer the course toward peace? For now, all we can do is watch and wait. It symbolizes the struggle for power, resources and control in the modern world. The waters may look calm, but the undercurrents of conflict run deep. Will the region descend into conflict, or will cooler heads prevail? Only time will tell here in the world we live in. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more insights into the world's most pressing geopolitical conflicts. Until next time.